Probably the toughest schedule you've ever had here this year. Just how do you prepare for that, and what's the expectations?
Yeah, well, you know, our players are embracing that. Obviously, it is a tough schedule when you go to South Carolina. You have Mississippi State on your schedule at home. You got Navy coming in here. It's probably as good as a lot of people. And Kent State, you know, who was in a bowl game a couple of years ago, so we know it was a very tough out of conference schedule, and it is what it is, and you know that's part of the deal. So, but our players are excited about playing those teams. I mean, a lot of our guys didn't get recruited by those schools, and they kind of want to show them something.
All right, speaking of those big name schools coming in, we know the ACC and the SEC are trying to talk about getting rid of those cupcake games. How does games affect teams such as your program that's trying to build a name for yourself? Do you think that's going to put you at a disadvantage for further recruitment or further seasons?
Yeah, I don't know how this whole NCAA thing is going to evolve. You know, everybody's got their ideas of how things are going to happen, and I don't think anybody really knows yet. All I know is we love playing SEC schools. We love playing going to Neyland Stadium. We're going to love going to South Carolina and playing there. It's fun for our players. We'll see what happens over the course of the next couple of years.
Also, talk a little bit about Danny Woodson. Last year he was having a great season. Injury cut it short. How is his progress going right now? What do you expect from him?
Really well. Danny is obviously a great receiver. One thing I like about Danny, though, he's a very big competitor. He loves the game, loves to compete. He brings a lot of confidence to our team. And he just has that look in his eyes. And we watched him play in high school, and he was that way even then. And so his parents done a good job raising him, and he's just a kind of young man you want on your football team.
All right, and you know last year, Matheny, he took most of the snaps, but for the most part, you've been sharing snaps between quarterbacks. But this year, I think you're going to go with a one quarterback system.
Right.
What kind of change can those fans expect?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Brandon Bridge is the quarterback. He had a great spring and doing well, really progressing as a quarterback, and understands that you got to win games sometimes by not losing them, and that means you got to take care of the football and not make mistakes. And so he's really getting a feel for that. And Brandon's got a lot of talent, and so he's got a chance to be a really good quarterback. And I think if he has a good year, he has a chance to really play at the next level. I really do. He has that kind of talent, so we're looking forward to watching him play.
All right, and last question for me. A lot of people like to look for the local people. So are there any standout Mobile, Pensacola players on your roster that you can expect big things from?
Oh yeah, and I'll probably leave somebody out if I start calling them out now. But we've got Terrence Timmons and Danny Woodson and Marvin Shin and Kendall Houston, and in Pensacola we've got Q Ford, who's starting cornerback for us and really good football player. So again, I'd hate to just pull those names out of a hat right there. I can't remember all of them, but we always have several really good players from the Mobile and Pensacola area.
You talked about Danny a while ago, but you've got a lot of new receivers being added. Just what will the receiver corps be like this year, you think?
I feel like it's going to be better. Obviously, we got some guys I think can play. Some of them missed this spring due to injuries, so we'll find out what some of those guys can do. Even Marvin had an ankle injury most of the spring. He was limped around, and so we'll find out a lot about him this summer. But for the first time, I think we're probably at least two deep at receiver, and we'll see how that all blends together. But right now, I think the prospects are pretty good. But it still comes down to the old saying, "The proof's in the pudding." You got to get out there and do it. So we'll see how we perform this fall.
Joey, I asked you a question the other day, and a follow-up because more's been going on. Would you like to see an early signing period?
I really would. For us at South Alabama, the reason I like it is because however many guys are going to sign in December, that takes them off the shelf for us, and we move on to other guys. So that's the biggest reason for us. I do understand if I were at Florida State or Alabama that you may not have time to get that young man on campus. If you got to get it done by November. It's hard to have official visits with young men coming in when they're playing football on Friday nights, and the main time everybody has business in January. So it's I understand the reasons why, but for us, I think it'd be a great advantage.
Now, this thing with the official visits, don't most of these players, unofficial visits, they come to games, they tour the campus, they come to camps and things like that?
Yeah, we have unofficials, but there's nothing like that true official visit. I mean, when we're paying for it, it is a lot better visit. When they come on their own, they're on their own, and so anytime you can put them in a nice hotel and take them to a nice restaurant and show them the town, so to speak, is a lot better than unofficial.